Hey, Commanders fans. Today we have some hot news that you can't miss. So, before we start, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to stay up to date with all the news, and leave that like that strengthens our community. Now, without further ado, let's go straight to today's news. NFL draft target identified to fill Commanders' 2025 roster need. Washington Commanders general manager Adam Peters wants to build his team through the NFL draft and supplement it through free agency and trades. That makes the trade that brought cornerback Marshon Lattimore from the New Orleans Saints to the Commanders a move that should be in the minority and makes it unlikely that Peters will pursue more starting talent from that group outside of the draft. So as mock drafts and speculation about the offseason begins for every team, even those in playoff contention like Washington, it's going to be necessary to focus on college players on the verge of turning pro if you want to see the team add even more fresh blood to its cornerback core. Much like Bleacher Report did when it identified Texas Longhorns defensive back Jahdae Barron as a potential target for Peters next April. Even after trading for Marshon Lattimore, the Commanders will need help at cornerback with 3 unrestricted free agents at the position in Michael Davis, Benjamin St. Just, and Noah Igbinoghene. So the Jim Thorpe Award finalist should be on Adam Peters' radar throughout the draft cycle, Bleacher Report says. Bleacher goes on to talk about how Barron's versatility and ability to use his intelligence, physicality, and ball skills to play multiple positions should make him a weapon for any NFL defense he's on. He goes on to say that while there is a perceived speed deficiency in his game, he makes up for it with his toughness, which only adds to his versatility. The toughness, physicality, and ball skills fit the mold of what a Commander's defensive back should be, from what we've seen in this one-year sample under coaches Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. And the intelligence to overcome perceived athletic disadvantages is something that has made Mike Sainristil an early star at cornerback, despite the inches he's been missing against most of his opponents. Maybe come April, Peters will make that move and add another player who seems to fit what Washington is doing under this new regime. NFL Mock Draft. Commanders select star W.R. Luther Burden III. The Washington Commanders are planning a bright future, and one of the key pieces of that vision is quarterback Jayden Daniels, considered the franchise's great hope. However, while Daniels leads the offense, the team is looking to bolster its receiving options. Despite having the unquestionable talent of Terry McLaurin, adding a new elite wide receiver to the roster would be a strategic move to elevate the offensive line. According to a recent mock draft by the Ringer writer Danny Kelly, the Commanders could select Luther Burden III, a top receiver from the University of Missouri, with the 21st overall pick. Burden's arrival promises to bring an immediate impact to the offense and bolster support for the young quarterback. According to Kelly, the Commanders have a star quarterback in Jayden Daniels, but they need to continue adding support for that young talent. Selecting Luther Burden III would be a smart move. The Missouri wide receiver is an electric playmaker who can create big plays downfield and produce a lot with the ball in his hands. He would be a versatile and dynamic addition for offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, who could use him in a variety of ways in the lineup. Luther Burden decided to enter the NFL draft after a solid season at Missouri, where he recorded 61 receptions, accumulated 676 yards, and scored 6 touchdowns. His skills include explosive speed, the ability to open up space against defenders, and excellent ball control, which makes him a threat on deep plays as well as in short-range situations. In addition to his impressive stats, Burden is known for being extremely versatile. He can play multiple roles within the offense, whether as a traditional receiver or as a playmaker in creative situations. As such, he would fit perfectly into Cliff Kingsbury's offensive system, bringing even more unpredictability and dynamism to the Commanders' playbook. Burden's addition would not only benefit Jayden Daniels, it would also create a powerful offensive system, where McLaurin would continue to be the established star, while Burden would act as a lethal complement. This receiving duo, combined with Daniels' mobility and arm, would transform the Commanders' offense into one of the most dangerous in the league. With this projection, the 2025 NFL Draft could be a milestone for the Commanders' rebuild, ensuring the necessary support for Jayden Daniels to have the ideal environment to grow and lead the team to success.